Man, we got a new AD. I just want to, from the double take on behalf of Rodney and myself, we just want to welcome AD Athletic Director Roger Denny. We appreciate you, man, coming here to do this work that needs to be done. And man, welcome to Oklahoma, dog. I mean, it's a great place.
Facts.
Yeah, a great place to be, great place to live. Look, you got two, transports in here. We got a Texas guy, a Cali guy. We still here stuck with these Oklahoma women we got. So you know what I mean. You don't get stuck. Don't get locked down here. Hopefully, you're bringing a wife with you or something. You know what I mean. But nah, man, it's exciting and it's unique. It's unique. I think it's a unique hire. I think a lot of fans said, "Who?" Not to
Yeah.
just disrespect him right off the bat, but, like, I think a lot
It's
of
I
fans are
mean,
like,
but
"Who?"
kinda like
Right.
a, "Huh?" Maybe
Yeah,
not
like,
who, but
"Who's
like,
this?"
"What?
What?
I don't get
Yeah,
it."
yeah,
Yeah.
you
I
mean we
mean,
didn't go
it's
get Zach Selman? Do you know what I'm saying? Like, that the amount of people
I
I heard
mean,
say that. Like
bro, as soon as he left, that was like, "Oh, yeah, well, he'll be back.
Right,
He'll come back." But I
right,
mean, just the landscape has changed. I mean, it was changing back when he left, and it's only gotten crazier since. And so
same.
I think it's just I think Joe C, as great as he was, AD for the older times, like for a more traditional NCAA. And
Yeah,
moving forward, looking forward to like the NIL as it evolves and ever changes, and the transfer portal and how like what are they going to do with that? We need more of a CEO minded
mhm,
type of a guy in here to call the shots and put the whole program, the whole athletic department in a spot to be successful because there's just nothing wrong with being a relational guy. And I think Roger probably has relational aspects to him, but he's just geared and is good at working in a more like business, not really relationship athletics as we've known it type of
mhm.
atmosphere.
I mean, he's a lawyer,
Right.
counsel is in the house,
I saw a 15-year background in law. Like
Yeah, and
that's
doing
extensive.
contracts and doing, big deals with professional athletes and things, and so when you think about as we're moving forward, I mean, even with SSP, shout out the squad, with all the different sponsorships and contracts that we got coming in, where, hey, we're also doing all this revenue sharing and contracts with athletes. I mean, when you hear the word contract, that's in every portion of the university athletic department. I mean, from employees to now student athletes to sponsorship deals to there's all these contracts that are going to come into play. 15 years of experience doing that, man, that really does help when you think about, oh, somebody that we're bringing in. I talked
Right.
I talked to Randall Stevenson, and had the opportunity to meet with him when he had just started the hiring process. This is about maybe 2 months ago, and he was saying, I'm really interested even in NHL because you look at okay, well, how Randall went back later and said, man, we had a plethora of various different kinds of people apply for this job and people that we considered because you look at the revenue sharing model and how important that is. We've talked about it before. NFL is 50-50, NBA is 51-49, or vice versa. MLB is 48, 52. There's with the splits with owners and athletes. And so now as we move into a revenue share model where, we're starting at 25%, right? But we're moving up, and it's a
Right.
reality that this could become more closer to a 50-50. Well, the NHL is the most unique out of all of them, and they have a split that is a little more favored to owners, and their contracts aren't as big because not as many people, frankly, are watching the NHL, and so they have to have the ability to market themselves in NIL and do all those things. And so when you
Right.
have these commissioners or these owners or these coaches that are used to those are people that we had interviewed and had talked to as well, because you're thinking, man, this is going to be that new landscape that you're talking about. But man, I think when you think of all the contracts coming in, all those deals that have to be made, I love the fact that you go and get a lawyer who doesn't need somebody else to read it or doesn't need somebody else to talk
Yeah.
about the language. He can just look at it himself and say, no, we're not doing that. And he's the decision maker at the same time. I think when you combine
Right.
that, you cut time, because one thing that I think we're seeing that hasn't been brought up a whole bunch is, hey, things are moving fast.
Everything's on
And
the clock.
yeah, and then you can
Everything.
either catch up, get ahead of it, or you're gonna get left behind. I mean, there's just
Yeah.
no in between. And so I think, man, I'm interested to see the success of this guy. and 5 years at Illinois as well, right? I mean,
Yep.
or at least in higher education, and so, um not like he's just not seeing it at all, and if you look at Illinois, I mean, they came out of nowhere this past year, they were ranked top 10 at one point in the season. It was early in the season, but you look at somebody that managed the football team, and then somebody that's gonna work hand in hand with Jim Nagy and Coach Venables, and then go over to basketball as well, and I mean,
Yeah.
baseball is now a revenue sport in the SEC, and so, I mean, we're talking with all these big wigs with Skip Johnson and everybody. There's gonna be a lot of work that has to be done and a lot of communication, and when a guy is that smart, one, and that experienced too, I think it helps streamline a lot of things.
100%. I think what stood out most in listening to you talk is there's a big goal that everybody needs to be bought in on, and that's revenue generation. And that
Mhm,
is exactly what he's geared towards. You know, to your point, he's able to recognize what good contracts look like. He's able to recognize what good business looks like. And he's going to
mhm,
put our university in a position where we're being efficient with how we spend our money, but we're also being aggressive with how we get out there and get things done.
mhm,
I saw where he's at his former stops. He also oversaw like obviously revenue generation, revenue generation. Oh man, groups like SSP, like you said, but he also
mhm,
helps with like facilities projects and like
mhm.
those big donor projects. So I think him at a high level and being able to like guide everybody and be that leader at a high level in this new landscape is going to be everything. Um, I think we can expect not an uncomfortable amount of change, but it's going to be change.
Yeah. I think you mentioned it, you said cutthroat a little bit, like, he's not a
Yeah,
guy that was here and not a guy that's all about the Oklahoma tradition and this and that. I'm sure that plays a
which
factor, and
doesn't
that's
mean he
something that he'll
doesn't care
mention.
about it. It
Right.
doesn't mean he doesn't care. It just he's exactly what we need him to be in a
Yes.
business aspect.
Yes, like, he's here to get things done. Like, I mean, when Randall Stevenson came in, I mean, he's the guy
Facts.
that graduated from OU, but he got rid of 30 people because that was the best thing for the university, and so somebody that comes in, it doesn't have prior relationships, doesn't have obligation, doesn't feel like they owe somebody anything or, "Oh, this person's been here for this long or that long," it's just, "Hey, if you're not doing the job well, you gotta go." Because I mean, I'm even looking at an article here that say, he's in charge of hiring and firing and different things as well, and so I mean, things there could be some changes even in the personnel that's working at the university.
Yeah,
There can be multiple things that can go on, and I think that's something that's needed. If you're a guy that's coming in, you see a head coach, and whenever they come in, they bring a full staff with them. I mean,
right.
if he
That's a
has the
great
right
point.
hand man, if he has a right hand woman, whoever it is that needs to come in with him and right the ship a little bit. I mean, it's been over 20 years since we've had a national championship. And we've been very close. So I don't want that to, just go on the rug like, oh, disregard
Right.
all the times. We were there many times. And with this person coming in as AD and Roger Denny should be that person that gives us the extra push we need to get it in this new landscape. But also, I
Exactly.
mean, that's the most
Exactly.
important thing. Most important thing is we got to continue to win national championships. And then in areas of football and basketball, we got to get up there and do that. And so
Right.
it's been too long, and so it's now that's the expectation that should be set on him in terms of tradition and things. But as we go forward, do what you got to do, brother. Get rid of who you got to get rid of. I mean, bring in who you got to bring in because we need the best situation possible to win the national championship. And I think all fans should be able to accept it, even if it's some people that they know and love that have to disappear or have to go away or whatever it is. I think that's the reality of the situation where when a businessman comes in, he's got to get the business.
Exactly.